International Conference, Path and Prospect in Applied Biosciences in association with University of Mataram, Indonesia. Bir Nirmal South Gujarat University was established by the South Gujarat University Act in 1965. What is the meaning of university song? The meaning of university song is that song wants all the staff and students to strive hard for their dreams and goal. And it isn't just a song, but the official anthem of the university, which gives a sense of belonging, pride, and loyalty to the university. I request all of you to rise for your university song.
दक्षिण गुजरात स्थापित विद्यापीठ हमारी रम्य रैया तापी पूर्णा सरित नर्मदा अंबिका कावेरी लाल सदाए लीलिछम नदियों न पटकुड़ पहरी धन्य धन्य धरती लीली मंगल दक्षिण गुजरात स्थापित विद्यापीठ हमारी रम्य रैया पश्चिमी रत्नाकर केरी उगवे तरंगमान कुदरत नीचे महर के भूमि बारे मास रसाल सरल प्रकृति ना सौलो को आनंदी अभिजात धन्य धन्य धरती लीली मंगल दक्षिण गुजरात स्थापित विद्यापीठ हमारी रम्य रैया
दक्षिण गुर्जर क्षेत्रनी विद्यापीठ अमारी माता
दक्षिण गुर्जर क्षेत्रनी विद्यापीठ हमारी माता सत्य ज्ञान ने अनंतनी एचे उज्ज्वल उद्गाता तेना गौरव प्रगति विकास हमने प्राणती वाला एने कंठे तेरा विशु सिद्धि जयमाला 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 विद्याने चरण धरिए निष्ठाना परिजा धन्य धन्य धरती लीली मंगल दक्षिण गुजरात स्थापित विद्यापीठ हमारी रम्य रैया रम्य रैया रम्य रैया
Thank you all. Please. To begin this day orderly, the program would have been symbolize knowledge, purity, and is the dispeller of the darkness. Lord Buddha said, if you light a lamp, one else, it will brighten your path also. To make this evening a blessed one, evoke Goddess Saraswati by kindling the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. For seeking the choicest blessing for the same, I invite Dr. Rajesh Patel and Dr. Farzin Parabia to accompany our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. K.N. Chavda, today's guest of honor, Dr. Neeraj Tandon, and to light the lamp, and Dr. Meenu Parabia. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurme Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Thank you all. Hospitality is unarguably one of the defining quality of our university. Our miserable heart to become immeasurable when our guests are around us. Today, as we especially celebrate this landmark, our hearts are inspired with joy on your readiness to be with us. Today, dear guest, present on and off this stage, you are so precious for us. Thus, to formally welcome the gathering, may I now invite Dr. Farzin Paragia, organizing secretary, for welcome speech. Dr. Farzin Paragia.
Thank you very much, Madam. Good afternoon, all of you. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ken Chowda, sir. Honorable guest of today's function, Dr. Neeraj Madam Tandon. Our dignified speaker, Dr. Glina from Poland and Dr. Teli from Indonesia. Our beloved professor, M.N. Reddy sir, Parabia sir, and Rajesh Patel sir. Even I extend my thanks to Dr. Gaurav Shah sir, head of the Biotechnology Department. My respected colleagues of the department and the dignitaries and friends joining this August gathering. On the auspicious day of International Friendship Day, I welcome you all to the city of Surat, this university, and this very event of international conference and prospect in applied biosciences. The program is coupled with the felicitation of immediate former head, Professor M.N. Reddy sir. This department was established in the year 1977 and 78. Started in two small rooms and a laboratory borrowed from the chemistry department. Thanks to our predecessors who devotedly worked hard and sowed the seeds of ethos and scientific integrity. Today we are enjoying very comfortable housing, well-equipped laboratory, and additional extension of the department in the form of Sri Bapalal Vaidya Botanical Research Center and Aspi Dhanvantari Udyan appeared in the year 1994. The department has started with the initial taken of 10 students at MSc Biosciences. Today we have 3 full-fledged streams with the total intake of more than 400 students. Presently, we have more than 20 research scholars. This department has produced more than 160 PhDs, more than 200 national and international publications in last decade, and currently having 11 working research projects. The major thrust areas are microbiology, zoology, botany, genomics, bioinformatics, medicinal plants, plant anatomy, and environmental science. The Department of Biotechnology, where we are sitting right now, is our dear sibling. This conference is another step for us, include friendship with the scientific fraternity of the world. I very humbly offer my venerations to our Vice Chancellor, sir, and our Presiders, and heartily welcome to one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Farzin. I now request Dr. Rajesh Patel, convener of the conference, to throw some light about the conference.
Good afternoon, everybody. Honorable Vice Chancellor of VNSGU South Gujarat University, Dr. Kishore C. Chawda. From ICMR, we are having the presence of Dr. Neeraj Tandon with us, and we are also having the presence of our former head, who is retired on the 14th June, Dr. Professor M.N. Reddy, sir, Parabia, sir, even Pinu Parabia, sir, and Fazin, because we used to talk Parabia only, but today we have to take care that there is two Parabia, Parabia Junior and Parabia Senior. Besides that, we are having the presence of lot many alumni with us, lot many faculties from the different part of the Gujarat and even out of Gujarat. Today we are having the registration from the different 10 universities of around 200 or more than 200 students with us. So the basic program is having the three part. The first part is the conference, of course. So we are just organizing the path and prospectus in the applied life sciences in association with the Indonesia University, and we are having the two international speaker also along with that, and that would be Dr. Glina and Dr. Lalu. So you'll be having the one lecture today and one lecture tomorrow would be there. Along with that, as I told that on 14 June only, our Professor Reddy sir has retired. On that occasion, he was suffering from the COVID-19. So we were not able to conduct the official farewell of this sir. So today on this event also, we are having that function of the farewell of the Dr. M.N. Reddy sir. And besides that, our department, as Fazin sir has told, that was established in 1945. So in this year, we are completing 45 years of our existence. So the department, which was originally generated as the life is generated in the ocean. Similarly, our department was originated with the specialization in the marine biology, but now we are having the lot many courses with the different approaches like the microbiology, biotechnology, and even some part of the botany and zoology. And along with that, we also started the PGDMLT. In between also, we had the medicinal plant diploma and other. So like that only, as the department has grown, we have seen the journey and we have seen the contribution from the lot of past teaching faculties, former head, and even the non-teaching staff. So today we are also organizing the felicitation program of all the former heads, even the faculty members, and even the non-teaching staff along with that only. So today we'll be having the one oral session, one expert lecture, and after that we can have the dinner, and then we can have the disbursement of the today's function. Tomorrow we'll be having the one plenary session, and after that there will be three parallel sessions. One session would be for the botany related area, one would be for the zoology, and one would be for the microbiology. And tomorrow in the afternoon, we'll be also having the poster session. So I hope this 2-day session would be enriching your knowledge, and that will become a quite good part for even us also to learn so many things for us. So looking ahead for the great contribution from your side, and even enjoy your 2-day stay in Surat. So thank you very much. And once again, welcome you all on the VNSGU campus. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our in charge head of the department and Dean Faculty of Science, Dr. Kapila Manoj, somehow due to this unavoidable circumstances, she is not able to attend the event. So I got her message. I'm going to read the message of Dr. Kapila Manoj. Very good evening to all of you. First of all, very sorry for not remaining present for this proud moment due to some unavoidable circumstances. As we know, Department of Biosciences is used to organize such kind of event almost every year, and this event is also one of them. I am very much thankful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir and in charge Registrar Sir for giving permission and support to organize this conference. I thank all the invited guests, speaker, and jury members for accepting our invitation and making this event conversant by their expertise. I also thank all the participants for making this event huge success. My best wishes are with all the teaching and non-teaching and supportive staff of the department who had worked hard for making this event a grand success. Thank you. Now moving forward in the inauguration session. Today, on this occasion, we are very proud to announce that the department is going to establish Dr. Reddy Phytochemistry and Nanotechnology Lab at Sri Bapalal Vaidya Research Center with blessing of Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. K.N. Chawda, sir. The goal of establishing this lab is to honor Dr. M.N. Reddy's contribution to the Department of Biosciences since 1986. The lab will be equipped with the tools needed to conduct research in the field of phytochemistry and nanotechnology. We all know that during his academic journey in the department, Dr. Reddy and his research scholar were instrumental in identifying 5 new species of pteridophyte as well as world's smallest pteridophyte species from South Gujarat region. I, on behalf of all the faculty members of the department, thank Dr. M.N. Reddy, former faculty and HOD of the department, for his contribution towards department and research work. Because of him only, we have a lot of resources and research publication. We hope that legacy of research and hard work will be preserved and the student will get opportunity and resources through this lab to conduct research in the field of plant sciences. To establish this lab, faculties and alumni of the department are raising fund. I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. K.N. Chavda, sir, to announce the collected fund till today.
Respected on the dais of the Namaste. It is very wonderful moment for me and of course for all of you that the Department of Bioscience is establishing the Dr. Reddy Phytochemical and Nanotechnology Lab in the Sri Bapalal Vaidya Botanical Research Center. I am delighted to report that the department has received a total of rupees 1,30,000 rupees to date, and it is still rising funds. Congratulations to the all department faculty and alumni on this new initiative in honor of Dr. M.N. Reddy, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. My dear friends, now the most awaited part of this ceremony. Along with this conference, we are gathered here today to bid send off to highly admirable Guru, Dr. M.N. Reddy, who has given 40 years of his service to this department. Teaching is the profession that creates all other professions. We are grateful that you choose to be teacher and we learn under your umbrella of expertise. Sir joined this department in 1986 as a technical assistant, and he joined as a lecturer in June 1992. He contributed his more than 40 years for the student and the department. He has worked tirelessly in shaping our mind and lead us on the good path. And many years have gone by. It's so amazing. We don't realize how quickly time flies. Time goes by quickly when you are having a good time, and sir, under your guidance, we had the best time, and for time well spent, sometimes the departure are celebrated more than arrivals. Sir is a botanist and his specialization is algology and medicinal plants. Sir did his PhD from Department of Biosciences under guidance of Professor B.S. Vaidya. During his tenure, he guided 15 PhD students and completed 7 research projects, published more than 60 papers, and he has been awarded the UGC Exchange Fellowship for Jerusalem University visit. He established the ICMR-approved COVID-19 testing lab. He established the Meenu Paribia Endowment Fund and Sri Babalal Vaidya Chair. He was the coordinator of DIST FEAST level 1. He was instrumental in solving the MSc Bioscience degree nomenclature. He had started PGDMLT program and he was actively engaged with industrial liaison. He discovered 5 new species of pteridophyte and identified world's smallest pteridophyte species. In the year 2022, Royal Society of Chemistry identified and awarded Dr. M.N. Reddy as the highest cited author of the year. I request Dr. K.N. Chavda, sir, our Vice Chancellor, to felicitate our beloved Dr. M.N. Reddy for memento and shawl. I would like to say a huge thank to you, sir, a teacher who taught us to learn even outside our classroom and encourage us to think outside the box. One protocol have been missed. So plural welcome of the dignitaries on the dais that we are going to do right now. So my co-colleague have said that, remind me, said we have missed this opportunity. So I request Dr. Rajesh Patel to welcome our VC sir with the bouquet. With the bouquet and memento. Protocol is missed. I request Dr. Farzin Paravia to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Tandon, with flower and memento. I request Dr. Jagruti Barot to felicitate our syndicate member, Dr. Poria sir. Very welcome, sir. और अच्छा सर गया? Sir, the teaching faculty of the current teaching faculty of Department of Bioscience, we also want to express our love towards you. So I request Dr. Jagruti Barot, Dr. Dhara Gamit, and Dr. Kailas Patel, Dr. Praveen, to felicitate our Dr. M.N. Reddy with the gift. Our non-teaching staff, who are also the research scholar of the department, which include the lab assistant also, associate professor also, they want to felicitate Dr. M.N. Reddy with the gift. These all are the alumni of the department, and they are working right now as the lab assistant in the department also. One of the alumni of the department, Mr. Rajendra Bhai Nayak, want to felicitate Dr. M.N. Reddy. His daughter is over here She is also the research scholar of the department, Rachana Nayak. Please be seated. Friends, during our service period in any institute, we came across every year teachers are getting retirement from their teaching profession once after completing their term of teaching. On this occasion, we, the faculties of biosciences, are feeling very proud that we got opportunity to recognize the wonderful service of all the former HODs and faculties of the department. But prior to that, some of the students are there here in this hall. They want to express their love towards Dr. M.N. Reddy. I request Dr. Vijaya Sharma to say a few words for the sir.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Dr. Neeraj, respected gurus, faculties, and my dear friends. We are gathered here to honor Dr. Reddy today, and I feel honored to for being invited to present my views. Sorry. On this occasion about this distinguished personality. Dr. Reddy was one of the most responsible academicians the department ever had. He holds the distinction of being a postgraduate student in the department, a scientific officer, a research scholar, and retiring as professor and head of the Department of Biosciences. In the many years of his career, he carried out all his responsibilities as a good teacher with complete commitment towards his work. Not just official commitment. He has equally balanced his personal commitments also. We remember him taking care of his kids whenever Mrs. Reddy was transferred to different locations, owing to official requirements. This department will never forget his distinctive discipline framework during his tenure at the workplace, as well as his immense contribution to give this department a unique educational environment. All his work would be in the records and adored always. He really deserves to hear a few praiseworthy words from all of us. This success of him is not his feat. It is his continuous and committed love for hard work, and he established his unique personalities in this department. 30 plus years of spotless career, 50 plus publications, 15 plus PhDs is not a very menial achievement. They stand testimony to his commitment towards his work. We can say he's a thorough professional, a good communicator, trainer, proficient administrator. He is highly skilled and always kept himself updated with new changes in the field. I feel very sorry that today we are losing a most responsible teacher in our department. However, we cannot change the fate. He and his works would be always in our heart forever. We can never forget his valuable and effective suggestions during our master's and doctoral journeys. I would like to say a big thanks to you, Dr. Reddy, on this occasion for all your contributions to this glorious department of biosciences, which has seen academic stalwarts starting from Dr. Professor Vaidya, Professor Hiradhar, Professor Parabia, and many more heads and faculties in the department. With this, sir, I end my views, and I thank you once again for being our guide and guru. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma. Now I request Falguni Seth. She also wants to share her feelings towards Dr. M.N. Reddy.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Neeraj Tandon, Dr. Parabia, sir, all the faculties of Department of Bioscience, all the students and guests present over here. Very good afternoon to all of you. Here today, it is really an honor for me to confer the felicitation speech for Dr. Reddy. At the same time, I would like to say this, that his academic brilliance is very well known to each and every present over here. So today, I'm just going to share one very small, the incident which has happened to us and which will give the, how committed a teacher can be. એક નાનકડો એક સરસ મજાનો કિસ્સો બન્યો હતો. I entered this department in 2002 as a MSc student, and I worked with Dr. Parabia actually as a PhD mentor. But then later on, it's just like કે એક joint family હોય અને એની અંદર father અને એનાથી નાનો ભાઈ સાથે રહેતા હોય તો એના kidsની અંદર ક્યારે એ તફાવત ના હોય કે આમાં આ મારા ફાધર છે કે આ મારા કાકા છે, એવું જ કદાચ અમારા માટે પરબિયા સર અને રેડ્ડી સર માટે કહી શકાય. એક વખત જ્યારે ટ્રાઇબલ ટ્રેનિંગ કેમ્પ માટે અમારે જવાનું થયું તે વખતે રાત્રે 12 વાગ્યાની અમારી ટ્રેન હતી. રાત્રે 12 વાગે બધી સરસ મજાની તૈયારીઓ કરીને લગભગ અમે 8 જણા સાથે હતા. સ્મિતાબેન, પ્રિયંકા એ બધા અહીંયા સાથે હાજર છે, એમને બધાને આ કિસ્સો યાદ હશે. રાત્રે 12 વાગે સરસ ટ્રેન આવી, બોર્ડ કર્યું અને વી રિયલાઇઝડ કે દેર વોઝ અ મિસ્ટેક. ટિકિટ જે હતી એ પ્રીવિયસ ડેટની હતી એન્ડ સડનલી વી ઓલ વર સ્ટક, કારણ કે અમારે જવાનું હતું દુલિયા સુધી, કે હવે શું કરીએ, કારણ કે કમિટમેન્ટ અપાઈ ચૂક્યું હતું, ત્યાં આગળ બધી તૈયારીઓ થઈ ચૂકી હતી. ફોરેસ્ટ ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ તરફથી અમારે ટ્રાઇબલ ટ્રેનિંગ કેમ્પ જે છે એના એક્સપર્ટ્સ તરીકે જવાનું હતું. એન્ડ સડનલી ડોક્ટર રેડ્ડી વોઝ ધેર, ડ્રાઇવિંગ કરીને, મતલબ પોતાની કાર જે છે તેમણે સ્ટેશનની અંદર પાર્ક કરી જ હતી. એન્ડ હી વોઝ લાઈક કંઈ વાંધો નહીં, ટ્રેન નથી તો હવે બાય રોડ જઈશું. એન્ડ હી ઇમિડિયેટલી રાત્રે 12 વાગે એમણે પોતાની ગાડી જે છે તે ચાલુ કરી. એમની ફ્રન્ટી જે અમારા બધા માટે બહુ યાદગીરી સ્વરૂપ છે, એની અંદર અમે લોકો 7 જણા સમાયા અને એ રીતે પણ ત્યાં સુધી અમે પહોંચ્યા અને અમારું કામ જે હતું તે પૂરું પાડ્યું. સો ધીસ ઇઝ ધી કમિટમેન્ટ ઓફ એની ટીચર. અને આ વસ્તુ ખાસ એટલે કહેવા માંગતી હતી કે વેન ધેર ઇઝ અ વિલ ધેર ઇઝ ઓલવેઝ અ વે, અને એ વસ્તુ હંમેશા એમણે પ્રૂવ કરી છે. આઈ એમ રિયલી થેન્કફુલ ટુ યુ સર, બિકોઝ તમારા પાસેથી જ્યારે પણ કંઈક નવું કરવાનું હોય, કંઈક જગ્યાએ અટકવાનું થાય તો હંમેશા ખબર હોય કે ડૉક્ટર રેડ્ડી ઇઝ ઓલવેઝ અ રેડી ટુ હેલ્પ. એટલે હંમેશા એમની પાસે અમે પહોંચ્યા છીએ અને માત્ર ટીચિંગ કે એકેડેમિક એક્સલન્સ જે છે એ જ એમની પાસેથી નથી શીખ્યા, પરંતુ સ્થિતપ્રજ્ઞ સ્વભાવ જે એમનો છે એમણે પણ ઘણી બધી વસ્તુઓ અમને શીખવી છે કે કોઈ પણ પરિસ્થિતિ હોય તો એની અંદર ઓવર રિએક્ટ કરવાના બદલે શાંતિથી વિચારો અને એ પરિસ્થિતિમાં એ પ્રમાણે તમે તૈયાર થાઓ. જેમ કે અત્યારે કદાચ એવી જ કોઈ પરિસ્થિતિ હું અત્યારે ફીલ કરી રહી છું. સો આઈ એમ રિયલી થેન્કફુલ ટુ યુ સર. એન્ડ શું કહે, બસ આ સાથે હું મારી સ્પીચને અહીંયા વિરામ આપું છું. થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ.
Today here with us, Shri Rajni Bhai from Hariom Mota Ashram. I request Dr. Praveen Dudhagra to felicitate him with the flower. Pela. From the Department of Chemistry, here with us, Dr. Oshwal is also there. I request Dr. Dhara Gamit to felicitate him. Sir, list of your student is so long and we got so many messages for you. So I'm going to read some of the messages. Two are in the video form and some are 3 or 4 in the text form. So I'm going to read it. First message is from CRK Reddy, former Chief Scientist, CSIR, CSM, CRI, Bhavnagar. I am very delighted to know the Department of Biosciences, VNSGU, organizing a grand event on his superannuation to felicitate Professor M.N. Reddy, who had rendered invaluable service to departmental growth and equally worked hard to set the highest standard, making the department academically competitive in the country. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Professor M.N. Reddy for his dedicated service and excellent scientific contribution in the field of biosciences, beside mentoring and guiding many young brains and helping them in shaping their career advancement in the field of science. Professor Reddy is also a socially very joyful and friendly person who helps new students, particularly those coming from states other than Gujarat. He has a lot of humor sense and keep his companion always comfortable and sometimes mischievous too. There were occasions when he displayed explanatory services, going out of his way to help the needy, reflecting his leadership quality in very tender age itself. Once one student in the hostels suddenly fell ill and he accompanied that person home. In normal condition, we might maximum reach him at the station and see him off there, but see him off there. But Dr. Reddy take the extra mile to accompany him home, which is the best example to demonstrate his kindness and responsible behavior. I wish Professor Reddy a happy, healthy, and post-superannuation life. I pray Almighty to shower His grace and bless Professor Reddy and his family for a healthy and peaceful life ahead. Second message is from T.V. Raman Rao, retired professor from the Department of Biosciences, Sardar Patel University, Vallabh Vidyanagar. At the outset, I congratulate you and all the faculty member of your department for conceiving the idea of organizing a felicitation function to honor Professor M.N. Reddy, former head of the department, who superannuated on 14 June 2022, and combining this event with the felicitation to all former faculties and non-teaching staff of the Department of the Biosciences. Organizing this kind of felicitation to former teaching and non-teaching faculty member is a wonderful idea, and you and all other members of this event organizing team deserve a great appreciation, because normally once person is retired, he is deleted from the memory of his fellow colleague and successors. But here, your team has shown that the department has grown to their present status due to the contribution of all former and present faculty members, and that by felicitating them, you want to express gratitude. I am glad to know that as a part of celebration of 45 years of establishment of Biosciences Department, an international conference on path and prospect in applied biosciences is also scheduled on 30th July 2022. I am very much interested in participating the event, but as now I am quite far placed, Andhra Pradesh, I will not be able to attend this wonderful event. I will miss it. But even though I may not be present physically, my good wishes are there for the grand success of this event. I wish all the retired faculty members a very happy and healthy retired life, and my best wishes for all the presently working staff members for Bioscience Department. With best regard, T.V. Raman Rao. Another message is from I.L. Kothari, retired professor and head of the Department of Biosciences, Sardar Patel University. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, I had a privilege to associated with Dr. M.N. Reddy Guru. Very calm, quiet, and sober personality with many more virtues I could find in him during my long academic association with him. Speak less, work more, and let your work speak for you was his noble approach in all the sphere of his life. Contributing a great deal of his time at the Veer Narmad South Gujarat University, he had made his footprints memorable with the student, staff, as well as administration. On occasion of his superannuation, I pray for his health, happiness, and long life. Sirji, you will be remembered in our heart forever. Thank you. Another text message from Raja Manish, CCF Forest Valsad. He said that congratulations and my best wishes to Dr. M.N. Reddy on his retirement. Thanks to him for guiding me in my interest of doing PhD in biosciences. Dr. Reddy is a pleasant, firm, and professional as a head of bioscience. I have learned important skill from him academically and personally, the way he guided me. He is always very kind, simple, and helpful. Thank to him for all of this encouragement. He is an amazing person.
I'll take this opportunity to wish a great and happy retirement life to Dr. Reddy. He has been very instrumental in many of the students' life. Like me, I have taken many good lessons through him. I want to thank him for all the good things that he has shown me and helped me achieve my goals. Dr. Reddy, I wish you every good times that is coming forward. Thank you. Thank you for the time you have given me to talk.
Dear Reddy sir, we take this opportunity to express our gratitude and pride that we were able to learn under your able guidance. Up till now, you are the only one person, right, to graduate from the same organization, worked as a scientific officer, lecturer, reader, professor, and finally the head of the department. Basically, you spent your whole life in dedication of this pious institution in terms of service to the students. Your vision and teaching has inspired so many of us, and especially in a time like this, where global warming is a phenomenon, and we have to try and do everything we can with your knowledge in that ecology on how to stop this thing sooner.
We wish you happy, healthy, and peaceful retirement. Thank you.
Good luck, Reddy sir.
Good luck, sir.
I request Dr. Parveen Dudhagra to felicitate our Senate member, Bhavesh Rabari, with flowers. Now we are going to felicitate our non-teaching staff. Non-teaching consists of people who are in the institute system but do not function as people who impart knowledge directly to the student. They do not have a direct stake in the education of the student, but their absence can severely impact the system. Non-teaching staff are an integral part of the education system, and their everyday function are what helps these institute function normally and seamlessly without any hiccups. They are people who work on the sideline, and yet their effect is felt directly in each and every student as well as teacher with respect to their everyday activities in the institute. I request our Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. K.N. Chawda, to felicitate. One by one. K.N. Chawda, sir, to felicitate our former technical assistant, Praveen Patel. હુલામણા નામથી અમે એને પીજી ભાઈ તરીકે જ ઓળખીએ છીએ. કોઈને તમે પ્રવીણ પટેલ કહો તો ઓળખે જ નહીં. પીજી પટેલ ભાઈ કહો તો જ બધા. પછી એવું હતું કે કદાચ ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ બંધ થવાનો વારો આવી જાય, કારણ કે કોઈને ખબર નથી ખાલી ક્યાં પડી છે, કેમનું ચાલે. I request Dr. Emin Reddy. Yes, sir. No, no. I request Dr. Nija Tandon to felicitate our former storekeeper, Sheikh Bhai. When we were doing our MSc and PhD, Sheikh Bhai was there as a storekeeper. I request Dr. Meenu Parabia to felicitate Mr. Anirudh Desai, photographer of the department. I Dr. Rajesh Patel to felicitate Mr. Champak Patel. ચંપક કાકાને કોણ નથી ઓળખતું હોય મને જરા કહો તો. યુનિવર્સિટીનો કોઈ પણ કાર્યક્રમ હોય અને ચંપક કાકા નહીં હોય એવું બને નહીં. એટલે અડધી રાત્રે પણ ચંપક કાકાને અમે ફોન કરીને કહી દઈએ છીએ કે તમારે કાલે આવવાનું છે. એન્ડ હી ઇઝ ઓલવેઝ ધેર. He is very active right now also. Now I request Dr. Kailash Patel to felicitate Mr. Gorakhbhai Patil. Patil Kaka. પાટીલ કાકાને અમે કોઈએ પૂછ્યું કે એમનું નામ શું છે તો એવરીબડી બધાના મોઢા પર એક મોટો ક્વેશ્ચન માર્ક હશો કે પાટીલ કાકાનું નામ શું છે ખબર નથી. Then we call his son Kiran. Kiran is working over here in Department of Biotechnology. અને ત્યાર પછી અમને આટલા વર્ષે ખબર પડી કે એમનું નામ ગોરખભાઈ છે. Miss Dr. Farzin Parabia to felicitate Chandubhai Kantharia. હા, ટી મેકર. ચંદુભાઈ ના ગયા પછી પણ નરોત્તમ કાકાએ ચાલુ રાખેલું હતું. ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટની અંદર જેટલા પણ મેડિસિનલ પ્લાન્ટ્સ છે કે જે ચાની અંદર નખાતા હોય તો અમે બધા એ કાળો પીતો છે. I request Dr. Jagruti Barot to felicitate Narottam Bhai Patel. નરોત્તમ કાકા પણ ચા બનાવે છે અને એકદમ સરસ ચા બનાવે છે and we are also missing that. નરોત્તમ કાકાને તો ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટની અંદર આવતી કૂતરો બિલાડું જે કંઈ પણ હોય ને બધા જ એમને ઓળખે છે. So they are also missing. કારણ કે દરરોજ સવારે અને સાંજે નરોત્તમ કાકા પોતાને માટે ખાવાનું નહીં લાવ્યા હોય પણ એમના ડબ્બામાં એમને માટે રોટલી હોય. Thank you very much. So it was the wish of Dr. M.N. Reddy. He said that if you people are going to felicitate me, you people have to felicitate all the former faculties. So today we have arranged felicitation for all the former HODs and faculties of the department. Now we are going to felicitate all of them one by one. This is the old memories of the department. Foundation day of the department. સર આ તો તમારે જ એક્સપ્લેન કરવું પડે.
Speak or introduce? Okay. This was probably in 1979. At that time, I was not there. I joined 80. I think Dr. Paravya, Desai sir. B.S. Vaidya in the middle with a suit. He was my guide. He is the first head of the department, and my research guide was me. And the down photograph is when I was doing my MSc, third from left, if you can recognize. One of the member, second from the right, Dr. Uma Devi is here. This photography is in 1981. This is 1981. And this photograph taken by Anirudh Bhai Desai.
Dr. B.S. Vaidya. Dr. B.S. Vaidya is the founder head of the department. He was botanist and his specialization was algology. He did his PhD from Bombay University under the guidance of Professor Gonsalves. He started his career as a reader at Gujarat University and joined the Department of Biosciences in 1978 as a professor and head. He guided 14 PhD students. He was selected for the exchange program of UGC and visited USSR for 3 months. He was the initiator of aquatic biology department and he was only the person who expired in service. Pioneer in using radioisotope for biochemical pathway study. I request Dr. K.N. Chawda sir to felicitate Dr. Belaben. Yeah. Yes, Dr. Belaben is there? Not? Okay. In his absence here, Dr. Priyanka will accept the memento and shawl. Dr. K.N. Chawda sir will felicitate. Dr. Pankaj Hiradhar, he was zoologist and he did his PhD from MS University, Baroda. His specialization was entomology. He joined the department as a reader in 1981 and became professor and head in 1989. He guided 10 PhD students and retired as Dean of College Development Council of VNSGU. I request Dr. K.N. Chawda, sir, to give away the memento and shawl. In absentia, Sana will receive the award, receive the memento and shawl. Dr. Meenu Parabia. Today he is with us. Dr. Meenu Parabia is botanist and he is well known as encyclopedia of plant among his students. His specialization is medicinal plant. He did his PhD from Sardar Patel University under guidance of Professor G.L. Shah. He established Sri Bapalal Vaidya Botanical Research Center and Aspi Dhanvantari Ayurved Garden. He started UGC recognized advanced diploma in medicinal plant course. During his tenure, the department has submitted for UGC SEP 1. He has completed many research projects and published many books in regional languages also. He is the advisor in many state government bodies and NGOs. Currently, he is columnist in the newspaper. His column, Dadi Mana Nuskha, is very famous and everybody knows about it. I request Dr. K.N. Chawda, sir, to felicitate Dr. Meenu Parabia, the former head of the department, with memento and flower and shawl. After Meenu Parabia, Dr. Pankaj Gadia have been the head of the department. He was zoologist. His specialization was in cytogenetics. He did PhD in cytogenetics from Gujarat University under the guidance of Dr. Chinoy. He guided 10 PhD students. He was awarded DARD Fellowship of Germany. He was awarded UGC BRS Fellowship in 2013. He was coordinator of UGC SEP 1. He was a prominent administrative person during his tenure, published several papers in renowned international journals. He had completed research projects from UNESCO, ICMR, ONGC, and Kaprapar Thermal Power Station. Presently, he is actively engaged in the cytogenetic diagnostic at SN Gene Lab, Surat. I request Dr. K.N. Chawda, sir, to felicitate Dr. Pankaj Gadia. In his absence, his student, Sunil Bhavsar, will receive the memento. Dr. Y.Z. Thanki. He was a botanist and he was gold medalist in BSc, MSc also. He did his PhD from SP University. His specialization was plant anatomy. He retired as professor in November 2010. He guided 5 PhD students, completed project funded by ONGC and published the paper in the reputed journals also. I request Dr. Kailash Patel, this research student, to receive the memento. I request Dr. K.N. Chavda, sir, to felicitate. Dr. Piyush Desai, he is microbiologist. He has joined as a microbiologist in the department and specialization is fermentation technology and environmental microbiology. He was only person to manage and maintain the microbiology course. He was coordinator in UGC SAP 1 during his headship tenure. He guided 28 PhD students, completed research project and published paper in national and international journals. Presently serving as a mentor in the Bhagwan Mahavir University. I request Dr. Praveen Dudhagra to accept the memento. I request Dr. K.N. Chavda, sir, to felicitate, to give away the memento for Dr. Piyush Desai. Dr. S.K. Tang, he is zoologist. His specialization is fisheries. He did PhD from department under guidance of Professor B.S. Vaidya, awarded the fellowship for the PhD research work at Yugoslavia. He guided 15 PhD students. He was first alumni who became the head of the department. During his HOD tenure, department got UGC SAP DRS2, DSP FIST 1 from central government, supercomputer facility from the state government also, initiated the expansion of department infrastructure. I request Dr. Dhara Gamit to receive, and I request Dr. K.N. Chavda, sir, to give away to felicitate the memento. Apart of this faculty, some faculty serve in the department for short duration. That was Dr. Kiran Desai, Dr. U.M. Raval, Dr. J.D. Desai, Dr. Anjana Desai, Dr. Muni Raval, Dr. Keval Krishnan, Dr. B.V. Patel, and Dr. P.A. Nagar. May I now request our guest of honor, Dr. Tandon, to inspire our student.
Respected Vice Chancellor of South Gujarat University, Dr. Chavda, my mentor, a luminary, lots of adjectives for Dr. Meenu Parabia. As you said, he's a living encyclopedia of plants. Dr. Rajesh Patel, Dr. M.N. Reddy, I was associated. Not many of you would be knowing that I am also a part of this university. And I did my PhD from this department itself under the able guidance of Professor Meenu Parabia. And I was also associated with Dr. M.N. Reddy at that time, and have a lot of memories of this very, very illustrious university, a pious, serene kind of a university. I've never seen, although I've well traveled abroad also, but here somehow, that atmosphere is like that, that it is very good for students to focus on their research projects and focus on their targets, because it's a global resurgence of herbal medicine across the whole world, not only in the developing countries, including Asia, where herbal remedies have become a part of each and every household for many refractory diseases where modern medicine does not seem to have a good cure. So coming from the Indian Council of Medical Research, I have been there for around 40 years now. I am a scientist G there, and it's a funding organization, as you all know. I motivate all students to write research projects which can be scientifically validated, and to bring out drugs and to take them forward. It is not only the patents and the publications where you end. I mean, you need to take out drugs. I will explain everything in my talk a little later, that there are 4 ways of taking the herbal drugs forward. One is modern way, where you isolate the molecules. It is a very tedious process, and it takes quite a bit of time, to isolate these molecules from plants and then make synthetic drugs. The second is through the Ayush regulations, and you can take forward the codified drugs, which are mentioned in the Drugs and Cosmetic Acts, Schedule 1, under this regulation, and you can take them forward by doing you don't have to do safety studies here, because as such, when they are mentioned in the Schedule 1 books, they seem to be quite safe. And then you need to do the phase 1 clinical trials and to get these drugs into the market. And the third way is the FSSI way, where the OTC drugs are there and you can buy them on the counter. There is a list with the FSSI, and you can get these drugs made from the plants and sell them on the OTC. State licensing is, of course, required for all these procedures. Now, the fourth pathway that not many of you would be knowing, which I'm going to talk about today, is on the phytopharmaceutical way. This is a gazette notification which was recently approved by the parliament of the country, wherein modern practitioners now can prescribe Ayurvedic drugs, these phytopharmaceutical drugs, and it is a huge, huge boost to the biodiversity of the country, so that the drugs that are coming out from the plants now, as we know, that only very few drugs could be prescribed by modern medicine, and one such drug is LIV52. Besides that, there are not many drugs which modern practitioners prescribe. So we at the center, all government agencies, the 3 of us, the DBT, DST, CSIR and ICMR have together signed an MOU in 9 refractory areas, and one such area is pediatric epilepsy. And many people, as you know, are suffering from children, especially epileptic disease. So we have very good drugs in Ayurveda, where we can scientifically validate and meet the regulatory norms of the country, not only nationally, but also globally. And we can make drugs out of this. So 9 areas have been selected, and seriously, we are working on 3 areas. One is the cancer, and the second one is osteoarthritis, and the third one is pediatric epilepsy. So we have drugs for this, and the 3 agencies are working for it. And the 3 agencies have different roles to play. The CSIR is manufacturing the drugs, the DBT will outsource all these safety studies and the preclinical studies, where ICMR will be doing the phase 1, phase 2, and the human safety studies before it goes to the market for the drugs. Although this is somewhat a shorter route and it is more economical than the modern route, and therefore I will talk about, and which will motivate many of you, to focus on some drugs which have the capability. And this route involves the fractionated extract. It is not the crude drug or a raw drug. It is the fraction, active fraction having 4 biomarkers. And you can take this drug forward, get a expression of interest, involve an agency or an industry with you, get the drug made, manufactured, and do a phase 1 clinical trial to see whether it is efficacious for human beings and all. And this is the call of the day. And I request all your students at this university now to have a focused research. It is not for patents and publications, because our agencies, all the funding agencies of the government are now, with the lack of money also, only those projects which have some focus and which have some targets and which will have some kind of an output, only those projects are being funded and not all. So therefore, selection of the project is it's very important for each one of you to see what kind of, the plant should be available. It should not be an extinct plant, and the part of the plant that should be renewable. It cannot be you cannot use the root of the plant, otherwise all the plants would be, destroyed. So therefore, the choice of the material, the part, I'm going to talk everything in my talk, a little later, so that all of you understand as to what projects you need to take, because funding these days, and ICMR has already approved your lab of RT-PCR. This is a huge compliment for this, because we chose only very few labs in the country and approved them. And Dr. Rajesh Patel, he is involved with this RT-PCR lab, and it is a huge thing. You can now generate revenue. You outsource this lab for various patients of COVID. COVID nahi to, that monkeypox is coming, and so many other things will be coming, and COVID is not finished, by the way. So it's going on, and the cases are still increasing. So therefore, this is an achievement for your university. So focus on those instruments, the GCMS. Now MSMS should be brought into this university. You are too primitive to have only HPTLC and GCMS. MSMS has to come now and create a hub. If you have so much of infrastructure with you, you can create a hub, and let all the universities of Gujarat use these and generate revenue for this thing, for your university and for your benefit. It would be very nice for you people to, spend money on the latest infrastructures and facilities that are available around the world. And therefore, I congratulate this university, the students, the teachers, people like Dr. Meenu Parabia. He has been on our committees since 4 decades, I think, more than 4 decades. And if you've gone through the publications that are being brought out by the council, his contribution is immense. I thank him and take this opportunity to thank him profusely. And in this health also, I sent him a volume to review, and he has already reviewed. Others are still reviewing. And therefore, he is such professors. You have the capable professors like him, and many, of course, Dr. Reddy also. I found him very, very encouraging, in those days when I used to come from Delhi to Surat, for some ups and downs that had come during the PhD. It was very, very encouraging. And I thank my teachers, my guides, especially Dr. Parabia. He is a gem of a person. I was just talking to your VC. You should have these visiting professors, have their lectures and have their caliber and thoughts in the university, so that the newer students may have a taste of what these teachers have. It's a knowledge that they have, in an encyclopedia. And Dr. Malti-Ben Chauhan, who's also from Gujarat, who passed away recently, is another gem. So Gujarat has a lot of, versatile people. And therefore, I suggest your VC to make the students aware of their knowledge. No shortcuts and no cut and paste, systems work in the long run. It is the true knowledge, that you are imparted by the people, the luminaries. And you have such luminaries in your university. So I wish all the students, this is a very, very timely conference, and it is very apt in the modern scenario. And it is to meet the endeavors, global scenarios. So the deliberations of this conference, I hope, will go in a long way. And students and teachers here would be focused and more targeted to get a new name to your university and to rise further and have a lot of feathers in your cap. I wish you all the very best for all your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, madam, for your valuable words. I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. K.N. Chawda, sir, for the occasional work to inspire our students and enlighten the students.
In our university, today is the path and prospectus in applied biosciences in seminar. Good evening, all the dignitaries on the dais and of the dais. This international conference, I cordially welcome invited experts and guests. Dr. Dr. Nitin Tandel from Lalu Ruidatji, tele from Indonesia, Dr. A.P. Singh from Government of Gujarat, and our own Senate and syndicate member like Dr. K.C. Puria Sahab, Dr. Kashyap C. Kharachya ji, ex-syndicate and Senate member Dr. Bhavesh Bhai Rabari ji, Vinod Bhai Parabia ji, Dr. M.N. Reddy sir, other than Dean Dr. Takhat C. Gohil ji, and all retired employee and students and faculties, and Dr. Rajesh Patel, Dr. Parabia ji, and all other students. It is pleasure moment for the university to organize the international conference on path and prospects in applied bioscience in the association of University of Mataram, Indonesia. Biotechnology and applied biosciences enormous contribution in this pandemic era, from herbal preventive medicine to the health supportive formulation. The Indian market is growing in size. The market for bioscience and biotechnology based products and formulation is expected to reach 100 million USD by 2021, and it is expected to grow steadily. This event will be provided you to developments and trends in bioscience by the invited luminaries from the India and other countries. The Department of Bioscience is one of the flagship department of our university, and all faculties are vigorously involved in the research of different field of life sciences. Department of Bioscience is regularly organized and train the young research. This legacy will be remain continue after the retirement of Dr. M.N. Reddy. ये जो मुझे तो मैं ये स्पीच जा रहा हूं। सबसे पहले मैं स्टूडेंट्स को यही कहूंगा, जो भी नए हमारे टीचर्स हैं, जो भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जैसे रिस्पेक्टेड डॉक्टर टंडन जी ने बताया, मैडम ने बताया, गुजरात जो है, मैं अभी भी पिछले कई दिनों से हम जैसी जगह पे है तो ट्रैवलिंग बहुत करना पड़ता है, जैसे मैडम को करना पड़ता है। जब भी गुजरात को जहां भी रिप्रेजेंट करना है तो मैडम ये फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्रीज का भी सबसे बड़ा नाम लिया जाता है। हम जानते हैं कि मोर देन 40% ड्रग आर प्रोड्यूस इन आवर गुजरात स्टेट। स्टूडेंट्स को यही मैं कहूंगा कि आप आगे जाके जो भी है, ज्यादातर अब ये जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम में है, ज्यादातर वीमेंस एंड पावर आ रहे हैं। वही भी मैं कहता हूं आपको सबको कि आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा आप इस रिसर्च एक्टिविटी जो है इसमें आप इन्वॉल्व होइए। कहाँ से मैं हर रोज अभी ज्यादातर हम कहते हैं कि फर्स्ट ईयर में जब आप आते हो, आपको इसीलिए बता रहा हूं कि आपके आगे जो बच्चे हैं जो फर्स्ट ईयर में अभी फर्स्ट सेमिस्टर में एडमिशन रहे हैं, क्योंकि फर्स्ट सेमिस्टर से ही आप ये रिसर्च में आइए। आज भी मैं एक इंडस्ट्रीज में बड़े एक प्रोग्राम में जाके आया, वहीं पे मैं यही कह के आया कि आपको अगर ये पूरे भारत राष्ट्र को अच्छे रिसर्चर बनाना है, अच्छे नए एम्प्लॉय बनाना है, तो जब भी कॉलेज के अंदर वो पहले सेमेस्टर में आता है, वहां से ही हम इंडस्ट्रीज को कहते हैं कि वहां से ही आप पिकअप कर लीजिए, फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर से ही, चाहे रिसर्च का हो, चाहे ट्रेनिंग का हो, चाहे और भी कहीं लेक्चर्स हो। आपको भी यही कहता हूं कि आपको जब भी ये यहाँ कहीं भी बैठे हो जो फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में होंगे, या तो आपके किसी रिश्तेदार फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर बीएससी में होंगे, उसको आप ऐसे सेमिनार जो भी है वो सेमिनार की बातें मुझे कीजिए, और ऐसे जो भी अपने सबसे कहें कि हम जानते हैं मैडम, ये जोग्राफिकल ये जो जमीन है, ये लैंड है, डॉक्टर परबिया जैसे तो है ही, जिसको हम जब भी मिले तब उनको हम पाव करते हैं, इसीलिए कि ऐसे लोगों से ही ये पूरी यूनिवर्सिटी और पूरा जो जोग्राफिकल एरिया है जिसमें 1,40,00,000 लोग बसते हैं, जैसे ऐसे सभी जीव के लिए ऐसे लोग हमें चाहिए, और आपको इसकी धरोहर को आगे ले जाना है। इसीलिए हम बार बार कहते हैं कि फर्स्ट ईयर से आप इस चीजों से जुड़िए। दूसरा ये भी है कि जैसे जैसे कोरोना के बाद सबको ये कहा गया है कि भगवान के बाद कोई है तो भगवान से पहले कोई है तो मेडिसिन है, तो ऐसे भगवान है, मैं इसमें कोई मना नहीं करता, पर जो मेरे सामने है, अपने सामने है, और खास करके हम जो भी लीडर लोग हैं वो कम खाना खाते हैं, मेडिसिन ज्यादा लेते हैं, क्योंकि इसी पे हमारी जिंदगी चलती है। क्योंकि अगर हम टाइम टाइम से मेडिसिन नहीं लेते तो आगे जाके तो मेडिसिन कौन सी लेना है, कैसे बनाना है, सब भविष्य आपके हाथ में। इसीलिए हम आपके पास गुजारिश करते कि इसकी रिसर्च में आगे बढ़िए। ऑल द बेस्ट। वंदे मातरम। जय जय गिर गुजरात।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद VC sir. Now we are moving towards the end of the inauguration session. I request Dr. Kailash Patel for a vote of thanks.
Good evening, one and all. The dignitaries on the dais, of the dais. I feel so much honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a word of thanks on this special occasion. First of all, I would like to thank all the honorable delegates who blessed us in this special occasion. And firstly, I wish to thanks to Dr. Neeraj Tandon ma'am, who are coming over here to join with us and make this conference, this event so graceful. I'm also very much thankful to all program advisory committee members and the invited speakers, but I'm not enough to thank their constant guidance and support to shape the conference today. I, on behalf of the organizing committee, convey deep regards to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Chavda sir, for his blessings and support. I'm also very much thankful to Dr. Ramesh Nandan Ghadvi sir, our Honorable Registrar sir, as well as respected Dean, Faculty of Science, Dr. Kapila Manoj, for their help in obtaining the necessary administrative approval to organize such wonderful event in the university campus. On this juncture, I cannot forget the say thanks to Dr. Gaurav as providing us such a wonderful infrastructure facilities to host this event. I'm also very much thankful parallelly to Dr. Rajendra Patel, who provide us Pratna Hall to conduct the poster sessions as well as our lunch and dinners over there in the Pratna Hall. I'm so much thankful to him also. I'm very much thankful to all the respected syndicate members. In spite of their busy schedule, they are joined with us today. They spare some precious time for us and join us to make this occasion more graceful. I'm proudly thankful to all invited guests who are the former head of the department, former professors, as well as former non-teaching staff who are coming over here to join this occasion and make these events so much graceful. And for us, they are the real heroes because they are the founder and developer of the bioscience department. So I'm so much thankful to them all. I am so much thankful to all judges who are in very short notice. They are accept invitations and coming over here to judge the posters and oral session by excellence of their knowledge. So thank you so much all judges to coming over here to join us in this conference. I'm very much thankful to all the departmental head of the VNSGU campus to join over here in this occasion to give us moral support. So thank you so much, sirs. And last but not least, all the participants, because without you guys, the event cannot be possible. So thank you so much, all of you, because you put the trust on this platform. You select this platform, choose this platform to represent your research work and coming over here to join this occasion. So thank you one and all. Once again, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Now we are about to start our technical session, but prior to that, we want to listen from our former HOD, Dr. M.N. Reddy. Please, sir.
Thank you for calling here. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. Dr. Neeraj Ben and the dignitaries sitting on the dais and all invited guests who have come all the way to wish me and the participants. Just somebody has given a message, talk less and work more. I'll follow that. I'll talk only for 2 minutes. And I'll convey everything what I want to convey. Rome is not built in a day. So our department, what we are seeing today, is the efforts and sacrifices done by the entire faculty who have retired, who are working. So whatever the prosperous structures we are seeing is 43 years probably, 45 years. And I am proud to be a part of that because I have spent 42 years in this department out of 45. I have seen all the transformations, right from the single lab to the 3 buildings now, from 10 students to 350 students. So this is the transformation. And I have witnessed all that. And that's why I said Rome is not built in a day. It takes all 45 years to come to this stage. Another saying I would wish to say, everybody is always says, "Aap jaane ke baad kya hoga, sir?" Professor retire hote to wohi. Single sentence for that. Time and tide waits for none. जो होता है होगा ही रहेगा. मैं रहूं नहीं रहूं, परवेज साहब है नहीं है. डिपार्टमेंट बायोसाइंस तो है. डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ बायोसाइंस इज फ्लरिशिंग. Under all the head of the departments, it is flourishing. And another very good example now, our department, sir, जब पहले आए थे तो बहुत डिस्कस हुआ था चावड़ा साहब से कि हमको बॉटनी जुओलॉजी सेपरेट करना है. And because I have seen some of our students crying, begging on the roads because of their nomenclature in the degree, bioscience nomenclature. So चावड़ा साहब ने 42 years के बाद हमारा solve करके दिया. वो इतना इजी नहीं था. ही हिमसेल्फ बैठ के वर्कलोड काउंट करते थे. बॉटनी में कितना वर्कलोड होगा, जोलॉजी में कितना वर्कलोड होगा, माइक्रोबायोलॉजी में कितना वर्कलोड होगा, ग्रांटिनेट का वर्कलोड कितना होगा, कितने स्टाफ है. And there was protest from BUT, protest in AC, protest in syndicate, and apprehensions from our own faculty. सबको बुलाए, काउंसलिंग किए, ऑनलाइन मीटिंग्स किए, इतने लोगों को कन्विंस करके किए. So I am very thankful you for you, sir. करेंगे सर. One more phrase I have just thought of saying. I said to the Vice Chancellor earlier also, our department, Bioscience department, is the most dynamic department on the campus. And there is a talk in the campus amongst the staff and the administration that this is one of the rich department of the department. And I accept we are a rich department, but this richness has not come from a lottery. It was not a lottery. It was not a gift. It is by the sacrifice of the faculty members. It is from the effort of the faculty members. One example only I'll give you. We are running MSc self-financed microbiology for the last 13 years. And all the faculty members contributed in teaching that without a single rupee remuneration in the last 13 years. Dr. Rajesh Patel has established the RT-PCR lab. He used to sleep here only. All the faculty, research students worked day and night and earned 70 lakhs without a single rupee remuneration. That is why we have become rich. And at present, our department is like on an autopilot mode. Right? You are seeing that we don't have a head of the department right now, but you can see each and every faculty member working on their own without any hindrance, without anything, and successfully conducting an international conference. And this is what our seniors, our professors, our heads has taught us. And I wish that this tradition will go ahead and our Bioscience department will be the best and very dynamic department on this campus. And because it is a farewell for my, can I have some more? So I have to talk at least 1 minute about me. My story is like a fairy tale. Yeah. Fairy tale means everything success, everything good. So I didn't face any problem anywhere in this university for the 42 years. So I did my MSc here, and Dr. Parabia was also there in the interview at the time of admission, Dr. Vaidya and everything. They have asked me 5 questions and I have not answered a single question. And but they were impressed about why I did not answer and what was the reason I did not answer. They were very confident in that he will do well. That's what B.S. Vaidya said. And immediately after my MSc, I joined into PhD without any break. And department has given a UGC scholarship to do PhD. I qualified in the NET and I got my JRF fellowship. Before completing my PhD only, department has offered the technical assistant post, which is equivalent to so that was a UGC post, lecturer grade post. Within I worked for 6 years. Immediately I got offer, joined as a reader here, a lecturer here, then become a reader, became a professor, then head. It's a fairy tale. What else I want? And this not only on the academic part. Surat has given me my wife. She was in the hostel. She was doing her law here. And not only a wife, Surat has also given me a son-in-law. और क्या चाहिए? It's not a fairy tale, madam. So I have no complaints, nothing whatsoever against anybody. I have no enemies. I am thoroughly happy with the functioning of the university and the Gujarat and Surat. I'm very happy to be that. So now after okay, madam, 1 minute. During all these years, my wife says now that department is his first house. Even now, some of my research students, whenever goes and talk to her, she says only that department is his first house. So I want to make my house the first house now. Because I was just sitting and calculating. I have spent more than 1 lakh hours in the department in these 42 years. Even if I calculate only 8 hours, because we work for more than 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, also several times. So I have spent more than 1 lakh hours in these 42 years, and not even 1 lakh hours actively in the house, because 1 lakh hours will go to sleep. So I did not give 1 lakh hours to my family. 8 घंटे तो सो ही जाते हैं. So actively with the family, I did not give 1 lakh hours. I have given more than 1 lakh hours to the department. So after the retirement, probably I want to give more time there. And I'm very happy that you organized this function, felicitation and responses what you have. I'm overwhelmed, and thank you very much for all this what you have done for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for being our mentor and guiding us. We are going to miss you because so I invite all the dignitaries on the dais for a group photo, please.
मैडम इंट्रोड्यूस करो પડશે ને આને
હા કરું એ જોઈન થઈ ગયા છે
જાને તમે સી દે સ્પીકર ને ઇનપુટ સી
હે We are about to start our technical session. First session will be online. Please be seated in the hall only. I request the alumni of Department of Biosciences to write their views regarding the conference and regarding the department in the book, which is kept over here outside the hall. Please spare some time and write down your views regarding the department. All the alumni, please. Yes. Tiger. એ જોઈન થઈ ગયા છે ને ઓકે Our keynote speaker, today's keynote speaker is Dr. Bartłomiej Glina. He is researcher at Department of Soil Sciences and Microbiology, Poznan University of Life Sciences, Poznan, Poland. He has done his MSc and PhD in Agriculture and Soil Science from the Wrocław University of Environmental and Life Sciences. His expertise is in peatland restoration, soil science, and humus substance and paludiculture. He has published more than 60 publications in various international journals. He is member of Soil Science Society of Poland. He is member of IUSS, International Union of Soil Science. He is member